Good evening, good evening. Hello everyone, happy Saturdays. Oh, once again, I've got no makeup on. What's that rubbish on Instagram, honestly? It's because I'm constantly demonstrating skincare. Anyway, very excited this evening. We are doing a slight Saturday night special. I'm once again in my dressing gown because we have our amazing therapist, Katie Blake, who is joining us this evening to talk about 1 minute to self-care and the clinics. Hi, who is it? Have I got Nancy or Magali? Who have I got from Hayo'u this evening? Katie's here, yay, right, Katie. Katie, can you request to join, sweetie? Is it Nancy? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Catherine. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Katie's there. Oh, hang on. Right, Katie, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you in a second. I'm just going to introduce you first, okay? Don't steal my thunder. Okay, so what we're doing tonight. So this evening, the idea, it's Saturday night, so it's a slightly different feel to what we've been doing. It's Nancy, yay! So poor Nancy working away on a Saturday. She hasn't had a day off since New Year's Day. That'll teach you for having Christmas off, Nancy. Right, so what are we doing? The idea is that Katie is our head therapist, and often what you'll find, okay, is that when you guys send in questions to us, that often we're saying, look, if you want to bespoke what your needs are, we can give you a huge amount of information, okay, but sometimes you do need an expert to look at what's going on with your particular skin, okay, your eye bags, your droopy jowl, you know, your eyebrow lift, you know, your thinning hair, your décolletage. We need that expertise, okay, and that's where Katie Blake comes in. She's been heralded in the national press as the skin whisperer because she is so good. Yeah, Katie, I'll let you in a sec, sweetie. I just want to introduce you first. So she's so brilliant, and we thought what would be really good fun tonight, because it's a Saturday, is for Katie to basically talk to you about what she does and what a session with Katie would be like. So once again, I'm going live with no makeup, and we're going to do one together, okay? So guys, if you've got any questions for Katie Blake or me, do please start messaging them through. Katie is going to basically lead us through a kind of skincare session that she would do. We're going to keep it relatively general, so you can see the kind of way that she works and how that will benefit your 1 minute treatments, okay? Because the idea about these tools is they work so profoundly to your body that 1 minute is going to make a massive difference to how you look. But it's a bit like dental floss, okay? That when you go to the hygienist, even though you've been using dental floss, the hygienist will normally give you a bit of a tutorial. No, you need a bit more like this, a bit more like that. And it's really useful. And that's what you get from Katie Blake, okay? So her sessions and her clinic is Katie _ the skin whisperer _ Catherine, if you could just put that back up for us, please. And I really do urge you guys that if you've invested in Hayo'u products and if you've got them for Christmas or you're excited about them, then do please use this lockdown as an opportunity to really deepen, okay, to really deepen what it is that you're doing. Okay, there's an immediate question for Katie. So, Katie, over to you. I'm going to let you in. Where is she? Da, da, da. Oh, where are you? Oh, you're not here. Hang on. Hang on, I'm going to send you an invitation, Katie, because it's not coming up. Hang on, let's just see. As usual, the technology doesn't ever behave itself for me. Right, Katie, the skin whisperer. Katie, I've just sent you the request, okay? Catherine, if you could start. Aha! Yay! Oh, you look all neat and tidy. You're like popping out from the ether. Just so complete. No one look behind me. No one look at the mess of crap that's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so Katie and Katie, here we go. Just in case anyone hasn't ever heard of you, which God forbid they haven't. Okay, so Katie, you are our head therapist, and what happens is people hopefully buy the crystals and the products at the beginning. They start to try it with the content that I give them, and then what happens is they come to you. So what is it that you do? Where do I stop and you pick up?
Well, I start by introducing people to the tools and telling them how they can incorporate them into their daily routines, whether it's a minute, whether they want to just do that minute, kind of adding it in and then bespoke a few movements onto it. It's wonderful that when people are coming in for the treatments, that normally when I'm doing a treatment at home, they won't actually do anything for 6 weeks. But when they're coming into my clinic, my Hayo'u clinic, they're actually using the tools daily and they're seeing benefits of using the tools. I'm seeing so many people coming through and they're getting more confident with the tools as well, because I'm watching them using the tools, directing them in the different angles, because actually you can do the 1 minute routine, but I can bespoke it to the different angles of what would actually benefit your skin conditions, what's happening with your skin. I noticed someone earlier just said about working around acne. I work a lot with people with having breakouts of their skin, whether it's hormonal breakouts, menopausal breakouts, or whether you've got dry skin as well. There's so many different conditions coming in. Or whether it's just wanted to tone the skin as well, because these tools are brilliant for talking to those lovely muscles within your face and neck area and your body, you know, wherever you're wanting to use the tools.
One lady just then asked about hyperpigmentation, and actually we've got to pick up on that, because that was how you got your name, Katie the Skin Whisperer. So do you want to talk to us about hyperpigmentation?
Yes, so with hyperpigmentation, you want to get the circulation really working in that area to get that micro circulation working. So when I'm doing that, I will use the precision tool, one of the precision tools, whether it's rose quartz or jade, depending on what you're using. And I will do a lovely technique where I go in each direction of that pigmentation to pull that circulation into that area. I'll start off with doing the 1 minute ritual. And then I'll start by doing the, sorry, I've got a little hair or something on there. Start off by doing nice techniques. And I'll use the tool, so it's always at that angle. So it's around about 10 to 45 degrees, depending on the skin underneath as well. So whether you've got dry skin or oily skin, you can always get pigmentation on whatever type of skin you've got. You want to make sure you're angling the tool at the right direction to work on the pigmentation. Once you've got the right angle, then you would go in one direction, go in the other direction, and you just keep that circulation concentrating on that area. But yeah, that's how I got my name, from the lovely
Leanna Murphy, who we love. Like, you are an amazing journalist who basically was one of the key journalists that launched the whole brand and then launched Katie. So I think the other thing to say, guys, is that just listening to what Katie was saying there is that, you know, this is a tailor-made service that you get from Katie. What you'll get from me is reams of information, all my excitement and passion, because, you know, I'm at the front end going, roll up, who wants to change their skincare? And it promise you it works. It goes, oh my God, okay. And the thing is, it does, and you all know it does, but what you'll get from Katie is this bespoke, tailor-made, it's like concierge skincare is probably the way to do it. Actually, well, that's quite a good way of describing it. Catherine, can you note that down, please, and send it to me? I come out with this stuff when I'm like, oh yes, it is like a concierge service. And the thing about it is that the idea is not that you don't need to keep seeing Katie, okay? Some people do. Some people like to check in because Katie's talents do not require her hands to go onto your face for you to get the benefits. It's her wisdom and expertise that comes through the class, and then she can tailor make it. But it is a concierge service to your skin. So hyperpigmentation for one person is not necessarily the same for another. So whilst there's a level of content I can give you, which is a lot, by the way, a lot. There's so, yeah, it's a lot. But everyone's like, oh my God, it's too much, Katie, stop talking. But the thing is, there's so much more that Katie can give you from these classes. So therefore, without further ado, actually, Boo just asked about post-COVID hair loss. Now, Katie, again, can give you expertise on that, because one more thing to say about you, Katie, is you are not just a beautician. Okay, now, words to everyone on this feed. Women like us pretend to be something we're not, okay? What we are is healers.
Yeah.
I am a healer pretending to be a Chinese medicine practitioner. Katie is a healer pretending to be a beauty therapist. And the reason we did that is because in our previous lives, we have been killed off. We were burnt at the stake. We were drowned if innocent and floated if guilty, whatever it was, and then hung or then drowned or then whatever they did to us. So most of us have come back into a new incarnation pretending to be something that we're not. So we qualify, and we are fully qualified in what we say we are, but underneath the surface, we're healers. So let's just talk about that for a minute. Healers like to heal. Yeah. There is nothing we like more than looking after people and making them feel good about themselves, whether that's good skin, good bodies, post-COVID recovery. We are here to support you because we love it, and we absolutely hurl our lives at this process. There is nothing we want to do more. And Katie pretends to be a therapist, a beauty therapist, which you are officially qualified to do. But oh my goodness me, you just watch yourselves, folks, because Katie is an absolute expert healer. What she understands about energy and the body and healing and frequencies and vibrations, and therefore how crystals work, is way, way more than most of these other people peddling their wares out there saying that they're a specialist and an expert. In my humble opinion, Katie and I have known each other now for over 10 years, is that not only, I know, is she the most incredible beautician, that just goes without saying, there is way more going on under the surface, and you will get a way better result. Because the point about crystals is, if you really do believe that they are going to work with your skin, which they absolutely do, we are talking about the transmission of frequency, the raising of consciousness, okay? And Katie understands all that. She might not talk about it, but she will when you're in clinic with her and you start asking her the questions. She knows what she's doing, okay? So I don't want to sound like we're a bunch of witches, but we are a sisterhood, and we are coming through now. You will notice that there are more and more of us coming up going, actually, we do know what we're talking about. Actually, we have been saying this very quietly behind shut doors our entire lifetime. But we now have platforms to speak. People are now prepared to listen to what it is we're happy to say, and therefore we're happy to come to the fore. So all I can say to you folks is, if you're thinking about this in lockdown, people like Katie will help you, okay? I do my bit, I broadcast, I reach out to a wide audience of people and bring you in to kind of what we're talking about, and I do most of that for free. I mean, literally, Katie sits quietly just behind, allowing people to come through and going, I'll help. And that's what you do. So without further ado, I don't think I could actually rave about you any more than I am. But we are, by the way, very close friends. We're godmothers to each other's children as well, okay? We are thick as thieves. But what we thought we'd do today, having introduced Katie, is have a play and have some fun. So without further ado, my skin is here, my knackered, clapped out, 48-year-old skin is here for Katie to do something with. So I have all the tools. So Katie, I want you to pretend you're doing something to me. The floor is yours, I'll stop talking.
So what I would start with in the clinic is asking people what their goal is. So they've come for an appointment, and there's always a goal for that appointment. They want an end result. So they need to just let me know what's going on, whether it's lines around the eyes, they want an eyebrow lift, they want to work on the lips, whether it's working on the body as well, with cellulite, getting that circulation going, or even if it's like achy bones, achy muscles. There's always something that you can do with these tools to incorporate into your daily routine. So that's how I'd start off with you, is just saying, hi Katie, lovely to see you today. Do you want to tell me what tools you have and what your goals are?
I've got all the tools. I'm a huge fan. This brand has changed my life. I love that Katie. She doesn't shut up, but she's really interesting. Make me look fabulous. Make me look fabulous. I'm on Instagram all the time, and I'm tired. I've got 5 kids, 4 dogs, an alpha male husband, and a job which is slightly more than I realised it was ever going to be. I think I could safely say I have slightly bitten off more than I can chew. So, and somehow in amongst all of this, I need to navigate my skincare. So do something, Katie.
And you need to do it for yourself as well, because look, you saying that you're a healer, but then you're doing all of that for everyone else again, aren't you? You're healing. You've got all your children, you've got your lovely husband, you've got all your 4 dogs, you've got everyone around you all the time. You need just that 1 minute of self-care just for yourself.
Well,
and
I promise.
You can add a little bit more, that's great.
Well, Katie, you're absolutely right, because genuinely, folks, if anyone's interested, which I'm sure I'm going to tell you anyway, the reason I created 1 minute to self-care was that was literally all I've got too. Okay, as I repeatedly say to anyone on my Qigong class, I am not the Dalai Lama. Okay, I am not. Okay, I am in the trenches. I'm living a life, a slightly strange life, slightly exaggerated, amplified life, but nonetheless a life where, like anyone watching this, I have aging parents, I have young children. I'm squashed in the middle, trying to express myself and manifest my own soul purpose, and saw this. I didn't even see a gap in the market, because that would make me sound like I'm a businesswoman, which I am not. Okay, I'm a woman in business. It's not the same thing. Okay, I've been shafted left, right, and centre because I have integrity. And all that happened one day, folks, was I sat in clinic at the end of an acupuncture session that I was giving to someone. I thought, God, you know what? There must be an easier way to get this amazing information out to a wider audience. I mean, how hard can this be? I said, famous last words. It's really difficult, folks. Being a businesswoman is really, really tough, because I have no qualifications. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just have a deep intention to get this amazing information out there. That's all I care about, is healing people. Okay, that's all I want to do. And I want to give them the tools and the expertise to do it. And you know what Katie does as well. So in the process of deciding that this couldn't be that difficult, I discovered it's really difficult. And I was completely out of my depth. Somehow or other, we have managed to get ourselves to this point. And here we are.
Yeah.
So I do need a minute, because we all need a minute. And that's why I created the brand, which was a minute, because we have a minute. I have a minute. I'm in my bathroom, and Katie is going to give me some techniques to make that minute max itself out. So
yeah. So, so if we place some oil onto our skin first, then, just to make sure you've got that glide, because you've always got to have a glide to your skin when doing.
Which oil, Katie? This one?
So we the Hayo'u oil.
Oh, go on then. This oil's amazing. Why do you like this oil, Katie?
Oh, it's amazing. So it's made of sweet almond oil, the base oil. So it's got that extra slip to the oil, which will stay on your skin for longer. So you'll be able to do a longer routine if you want to, but you can also use it as a bit more of a moisturizer afterwards, after you've done your gua sha routine. It's got lovely oils in it as well, essential oils. It's got palmarosa, lemongrass, camellia oil, and frankincense. And my mind escaped me then.
It's got lang lang and lotus as well.
Lang lang, yeah.
She says.
Sorry, my brain. Yeah. Oh,
who was this genius woman that came up with this incredible brand?
Ta-da! There she is.
I love this oil. The reason we made this oil, by the way, folks, if anyone's interested, is because the oil doesn't get much of a look in, because it gets sidelined by the crystals. But, you know, this oil took me ages to create, okay, because I wanted to use something that was designed to work with gua sha. And what you'll find with all the other oils on the market is that they just whacked a gua sha tool onto the existing oil that they produce. And their oils, if you read the packaging, will say designed to be easily absorbed by the skin. And I'm like, but when you're gua sha, you don't want it easily absorbed by the skin. You need the oil to be ever so slightly on the skin to give you the slip. So, and also the other key thing to say about this brand is that the lead hero product of this brand is you. This is the original self-care brand. Okay, no one else was in the self-care space when we launched this brand. That's why we're called Hayo'u. You do. You're the hero. Katie's expertise and my products are here to amplify your body. Okay, so without further ado, there's the oil on my skin.
You've got the oil on your skin, so we're going to do a 1-minute ritual. Do you know, I remember when we stood in your in a field round by your house, and you said to me, I'm going to write a book. And then that must be about 12 years ago or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, going to write a book. I'm going to write a book on. You said,
Chinese medicine. Because what else could I possibly ever talk about? I am so completely fanatic. I was watching this lovely Disney Pixar last night called Soul. Have you seen it?
Oh, I've seen it, yeah.
Oh, and he's going on and on about jazz. And all my kids just looked at me and went, oh, God, Mummy. They went, that's like you and Chinese medicine. I'm like, oh, honestly, all right. Don't get anywhere in life without any passion. God.
No, exactly. You need passion. And I love that the kids are getting passion from it as well. I found Isabella doing a gua sha routine the other night. I took a snapshot, but I can't post it because my dressing table was really messy.
Oh, no. I'm sure there's Photoshop. I'm sure you could do something. Right, come on then. What else? What are we doing? What are you doing with me?
1-minute ritual. We're going to do like just a wake up of the skin to boost circulation. You're still there. So we're going to use that. Oh, we're going to do 2.
Go on, let's upsell. Why not?
So this speeds up your treatment as well whilst doing this. So we're going to go down the neck first, using it at a slight angle. So you can see that I've got the tool around about 45-degree angle as I go down.
The first thing you'll notice, folks, is when Kate is at the helm, is that I calm down. Because when I do it, I'm like, grab a tool, just whack it down your neck, go super fast. I'm busy, busy, busy. Kate is immediately calming it down. And I'm going, oh, actually, doing it slowly is really nice. So already there's a difference.
And with everything's going on in the world at the moment as well, it's just nice to use that calming energy, you know, just calm us all down. It's the evening as well. Just get yourself into that nice zone.
Yeah.
Then we can use that inside curve. Then we can hold in it on the jawline. But if you face it so the inside curve is facing upwards, it just gives you that bit more of a lift on your jawline. So as you go up, you can go up into the ear.
Oh, yeah.
So your tool goes either side of your earlobe, and you can do a little pulse.
Do you know what's
So you can,
interesting, folks, is that, you know, like I know I'm the founder and I know I'm supposed to know everything, which I kind of do. But I get so wrapped up in the 1 minute ritual and showing people the initial demonstration, which is where my place in this process is. Even I'd forgotten that. So thank you. So already there is a tip on terms of, you know, when I do it, I just go like that, right? But Katie's already gone, okay, we're doing this, and you can go like this. I'll go, wow, that feels completely different.
you can see
North
that
is
nice.
asking, why do you pulse?
The pulse works with the lymphatic drainage, so you're working with the lymph nodes that are actually behind the ear as you're pulsing there, so you're helping that drain go down your neck.
One lady's already get, oh dear, I need 2 crystals. The one thing I can,
it is wonderful.
you do, it is better with 2, it is, okay, but the one thing I can say to you guys is that if you look after them, they will last you, okay? You don't, it's not like oil, which you have to buy more when you've used it up, they last. And they do loads and loads of things, okay? It's not just about, oh, 7 Angelica, thank you. It's not just about, you know, buy one and don't come back till you want to buy something else. We're here to help you. These crystals will last you a lifetime. Just look after them. You know, put a towel in the sink, so in case you've got slippy hands or you're not good at holding things, it will put a rug on the floor or a plastic shower mat down. You know, we put them in a bag so that they're drop tested, okay? So they are, yeah, beware the bathroom floor. Just make sure you've got something there to catch them just in case. I mean, I have to say, I've never broken one, okay? But if your hands do slip or anything, just put a towel there, all right? And have a towel that you use for doing your wash, or just shove some old towel in the sink. Anyway, carry on.
And we would do this about 6 to 8 times. Then you can go up to your cheek area, use the inside curve. And you know, actually, let's go to the lips, because you always say about your lips, don't you? So let's do a nice stroke across the lips. So holding the tool like this.
Just see if anyone can see. I've got, hang on, there you go. Right, there, I've got these lines. I think that they come from drinking tea, because I'm a non-smoker. It's also done because I had so many adhesions in my lower belly from various abdominal surgeries that the lower belly went like that, and therefore my lips went like that. And back in the day, I put filler in them and looked, then it went like that. I looked so stupid. Thank God that came out. And now I focus on doing these exercises and the Qigong.
So as you do this, you go out, you move the tool and up. So then you give it that lift.
Oh, I mean, guys, this is just like a masterclass. Katie, thank you for doing this. It's this, like, literally, I've forgotten myself.
And you can feel then, as you go into those lovely smile lines, you're actually giving that lift, but you're stretching across the lip where it's quite delicate and still getting that circulation moving in that area. And you're working the whole muscles around the lip. And they spread into the cheeks, so you're working that whole area as you do this.
And the other thing to say, guys, is that this amazing expertise you're getting from Katie, it works with these crystals, okay? Because the thing is, these are a specific thickness, okay? Not all crystals are created alike. These are very high quality crystals, very well produced, and they're the right shape. I know, because I created it.
There's so much thought that goes behind these crystals that you've done, and I remember sitting there for hours and you going, oh, because even with this, people go, well, does it matter what side that you use it? It's like, it does, because you can see that this one curves up a little bit, and that's why at the beginning I said you need to have that inside curve facing up.
Exactly. And the way that these are shaped, the exact size that they are, okay, this is their trademark, these crystals, because, you know, I designed them to be like this, exactly like this quality, this shape, this size, this weight, everything about them is why they're the way they are. And they're perfect. They work, okay? And these techniques that Katie's showing you really work with them. Your skin will thank you.
It will. And then we can go to the cheek. So say you've got quite a high cheekbone. That move can sometimes be too much for people. So this is where you go underneath the cheek and then just put the weight just on the top. So this is where you can see where the tool has been specifically designed. You can actually go underneath the eye area and not put too much pressure, because, as you know, the skin around the eyes is 10 times thinner than the rest of the skin on the face. So you want to start working more delicately around that area. So you can do the cheeks.
You look like Princess Leia.
I should have put some little buns in as well. There's another lovely drain that you can do with that as well, which always makes my clients laugh. But they then go, oh, that feels amazing when they do that. And that is doing a nice stroke up and you do a nice little wiggle like a princess.
Oh my God.
And
But
then
folks,
back.
this is what you get with Katie Blake, okay? She is amazing. She's not called the Skin Whisperer just because she sat on her arse all day. Trust me.
Do you know what? We sit there for hours coming up with these different moves. So we're talking to the skin and talking to how the muscles actually work. So we're actually talking to the meridians, we're talking to the muscles, we're talking to the skin as well. It's layer upon layer.
It is, guys. And the thing is, you need to, if you really want to understand crystals and face beauty, you need to understand energy. And there are not very many facial practitioners out there that truly do. They are not qualified. They say they are, but they're not. Okay, this is why Katie and I work together, because I won't take Me Too people. This is not a Me Too brand. And there's loads of people out there professing that they know what they're talking about. And I'm sorry, but they don't, because you need to understand Chinese medicine if you want to understand crystals. You do. So I'm sorry, this is our platform and I'm going to say it. It's true. Never use metal on your face. There is a brand out there that have launched a face tool, and I know why they did it, because they were trying to rip this off and we wouldn't let them. So then they stopped working with us, and now they produced a metal tool which is a rip off of our body tool. And I'm like, oh my God, please, please, please do not use that product on your face. It is a disaster. It's going to destroy your skin. But there we go. Anyway, Katie is not a meaty person. She's an expert, okay?
So and the little wiggle again is working with your lymphatic, and it's a gentle straight down. So the lift is quite a strong lift for your face, because then it starts giving you that nice lift. And then as you go down, it's gentle. So you can then see you're working with the way that you want your skin to actually be doing, like giving it that nice lift. So nice, isn't it? And you can feel your sinuses clearing as you do it as well.
But you can see my skin just like literally going, thank you so much.
Yeah. And then we can go to the forehead.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Charlotte said only your tools for me, Katie. Well, thank you very much, because I take great pride. The other thing to say about crystals, folks, is that I went to China many times. I would be going to China again if I could, but at the moment I'm not allowed. But basically, not all crystals are created equal. Okay, the reason these are the price that they are at is because of the authenticity of how we make them. There are, there's an awful lot of things in the mining process that you need to be very, very aware of in terms of workers' rights, children, animals, environmental policies. There's all of this stuff. Okay, one thing to say, these crystals are GIA certified. And we don't make enough fuss about that. In fact, Catherine, can you make a note of that? Because I keep thinking, we've got to keep telling people that. I keep forgetting to say it, because there's so much to talk about. But these are GIA certified. Okay, now there's no other crystal on the market that can claim that, because I spent 2 years finding a supplier. That's why they're the price. That's why they're not $3.99 on Amazon. Those crystals that are $3.99 on Amazon are either A, made of glass, or B, made of powder. So when they finish these crystals, and the bits and the off-cuts, a bit like pastry, what they'll do is they'll grind that up and then shove it through a machine. So if it's got a hole in it, okay, and if it's got a branding stamped on it, it's not the same. No. The minute you whack a brand on it, I've destroyed this crystal. This crystal can't conduct energy properly because it's been stamped. It's wrong. It's a frequency. It's Earth's gift to mankind. I can't stamp Hayo'u on it. It's not about me. It's not yay me. It's hey you. So I want you to take the crystal. One day what we're going to do, folks, is a campaign which will probably be for women supporting women, because it's Women's Day in August, of anyone that owns these crystals to hold them and to start sending the energy to each other, because it's a community of people. Okay, that's coming out in probably, oh God, I've done my usual. My marketing team is going to kill me. Nancy's going to be shut up.
Move on to the next move.
Oh God, I've just let the cat out of the bag. But it's a really, anyway, I'm digressing. Katie, back, right, where are we?
So now, because you always say about your eyebrows and your 11s as well, we'll go up there as well, just to give it a nice lift. I'm just going to give you a move for each area of your face, and then I can show you a bit more of the precision tool.
We've got 1 minute left, Katie.
Yeah.
Us over talking. Nancy's going to kill me for that too.
You can do that nice lift there, but if you're good with your tools, you can turn your tool again. I've got a hair on it. You can do this.
Oh,
and
I love this.
To give you that double lift. And that's what's so great about having the tools. And the angle to the tool, again, depends on the lift that you're going to get. So if you angle the tool more down, you're going to get quite a good lift. If it's more straight on, it's more of a stroke that you're doing there. So
it's so good. I know, banging on, Charlotte, moi.
And also, because you're wanting to do that area, you go right into the middle of your brow as you do it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you're stroking along your meridian energy pathways as well as you're doing that. So you're calming down, working with your bladder meridian as you're doing it. It's lovely.
So given that it's a Saturday and that Nancy can't say anything because she's like, because I've got the floor. She'll just follow me on Monday and I'll go, sorry. And she'll go, oh, and she'll get over it. So, sorry, Nancy. Right. I want to ask you then. So what I found as I'm getting older is that my eyes, it's these hoodie bits here, start to get a bit heavy. So what can I do about that without giving too much away?
Okay, so a lovely move you can do is with the precision tool. So the precision tool is, again, you've designed it beautifully. It's got a nice edge so you can get right into that eyebrow. And you can go, oh, you've got two.
Of course I've got two. There are some perks. Not many, I hasten to add. I don't get paid for a start, but I'll have all the seconds that come back from QVC because we can't resell them. What a tragedy. But anyway, I have them and my daughters have them. So what am I going to do with them?
So with these, I'm just going to use one. I know you've got two, but I'm going to use one and then I'll try it with two as well, just so then people feel comfortable in doing it. So what you want to do is just support your skin above your brow using that inside curve, and you go right up into the brow and down again. But the trick is to support the skin above it. As you're doing it, you're pushing up into that brow and no weight down. So it's going up, 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 not down. So then you start to get that nice lift within it. This is when you can then, so you've beautifully tailor-made these tools, so you can use every angle of these tools. So you can see it glide through, and then you can see it gives you that nice lift.
Ta-da!
Yeah,
wow, look at that. And one thing to say, guys, is I know that there are similar tools on the market, because trust me, I looked at all of them before we started. There's a spoon shape and there's different ones. Yeah. Nothing gets to your eyes like this one. Trust me, I spent 4 years making this tool, and Katie will vouch for the number of tools that came in and went out again. Everything has been tested to an inch of its life. So it's got the perfect shape to get in there. The paddles don't work in the same way. Trust me, I made this tool myself. I had to go over to China to sort it. It's patented, trademarked. It's ours. There we go.
Yeah. And even the width, it's not all the same width as you do it. So when it slides through, it really gets into the contours.
Yeah, it really does. Now look at that. Right, look at the difference there. Look, all wide-eyed and perky.
Yeah, really good. And then you can go into the middle of the brow and go over and start opening up. And that's when you can use two.
Okay.
So yeah, like that, just using the two, just coming out and really going above. And actually, as you go out, you can lift up, and then that famous move that you always like doing, where you go in.
I love this, guys. When I do QVC, in fact, I'm on QVC this week. I sit backstage because you have 2 hours when you've got to get there 2 hours before your show, so you're there for ages. And all these women who sell there, they talk. Oh my God, they make me look like the strong silent type. And I'm like, oh, and I sit in my room. And I get my 2 precisions and I just gently, it's the most, it's literally like having a therapist. Okay, it's beautiful. You can also turn them round. This is my little trick.
Yeah,
and go that way. Oh my God, it's such good. But these are the things that Katie will teach you, folks. So, what day on QVC? It's Thursday at 11 o'clock. I've got to go in the studio. I'm terrified because London's in, what's it called? State of emergency. And I've got to go to Chiswick. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. I'm just going to go in, do my thing and come back because my dad lives with me and he's high risk because he's in his 80s now, bless his heart. So anyway, guys, look, I'm not allowed to go too far over. So just to say, guys, if you love your Hayo'u tools, okay, if you're embracing your 1 minute to self-care for this January, okay, nearly as good as just a housewife. Yeah, I'm just a housewife with a hobby. I'm just a really chatty mouthpiece to this amazing thing that I serve called Chinese self-care, which is amazing, okay? So I think the thing to say, guys, is that Katie is here, okay? Katie, the Skin Whisperer, is the most incredible therapist, okay? I would not work with you if we weren't completely tied at the hip with our message and with your expertise. And there is so much more you can gain from using your tools. You've seen that in this last half hour that Katie's done with me. You see me regularly bang on about gua sha, and yet Katie's just shown me some subtle differences which make a huge difference to how you look. And it will mean that you'll get the absolute best out of these crystals, which you only need to buy once. Okay, once you've got them forever. They will transform your skincare. You do not need to buy all this stuff. You simply don't need it. Your body gives you everything you need. So use Katie because she's here. Her clinic is available. She's the most wonderful practitioner. She's like, well, she is literally my best friend. She's the godmother to my children, and she will be your friend too. You know, I know, Katie, you spent your poor Martin, her husband's like, I'm an Instagram widow. She spends her entire time answering all your questions on her Instagram. I promise you, you will never get anyone else giving you as much attention as Katie will, okay? Because she's a healer. She's like me. All we both want to do is make you well. That is our mission in life, both of us. We are joined at the hip in our service to you. We have different roles, but we're nonetheless here. I'm more at the front, Katie's more behind, but my goodness me, between the two of us, we will sort you out. And just to say, I know we focused on the face today, but Katie will do body stuff. We will work on chicken skin, cellulite, pain, arthritis, plantar fasciitis. She can do stress, anxiety, depression. You know, basically, Katie is the most incredible healer. She understands how this product works. She will work into the free fact sheets that you get from me, but be able to tailor it to your particular conditions. She understands what she's talking about, and she will be able to help you. So I think really, Katie, to say thank you so much for coming on this evening. We are very blessed to have you in this brand. We are very, very privileged to have you. Guys, Katie is Katie _ the Skin Whisperer _. Bit of a convoluted one.
It's a bit of a long one.
I know. We are going to convert it to Hayo'u clinics, but we just haven't had time. So just bear with us, folks, because there's quite a lot going on. And we're a tiny team. We are tiny, and we're punching so high above our weight. We're up there with Jimmy Choo and Face Gym and all these brands had millions of pounds of investment. Okay, we have no investment. None. Literally, folks, I sold my engagement ring. Don't tell my husband. Luckily, he's never on Instagram, so he doesn't know. That is how we set up this brand. I sold my engagement ring and I wear a fake, and I'm quite happy to do that. And then I had to mortgage my flat. I did that as well. And that's about it, folks. So other than that, we all just work our bollocks off. Okay? Yeah. Just somehow wing it through.
Yeah. But like you said, everyone can ask us questions whenever they want as well. But we will. I was there last night until about 12 o'clock midnight answering questions, and I had a lady then say to me, Katie, I've put my back out. So I joined on a Zoom and helped her with her back at like 12:30 in the night. You know,
that's what you get with Katie Blake, guys. And in fairness, you will also get that from Hayo'u and Katie Brindle, because if anyone's wondering, you know, it's me and Nancy answering the Hayo'u messages. It's me on Katie Brindle with Catherine. Catherine does do a lot. Catherine does all the chigang. Catherine picks up all the direct messages, because I would literally never ever be able to give you the level of service that Catherine does, because Catherine has dedicated her professional career to holding the community, because I literally can't do all of it. It's impossible. But Catherine flags everything to me. Okay, I check off everything we say. We put, in the meantime, Jules and I are creating the free fact sheets for you. Everything that we can possibly do to give to you to make you well. Okay, the entire ethos of this entire brand, okay, of Katie, of me, Hayo'u Fit and Hayo'u, is to master your health. Okay, because you can. And that is the message that we want to give to you this Saturday night. It starts with beauty, it starts with crystals, but immediately it goes into the body. Because to leave you is to say that your beauty is a manifestation of your interior health. You are not beautiful if you do not feel well. The journey immediately takes you beyond skin deep into the body. And Katie is absolutely, probably in my opinion, the only therapist in the country that is truly able to deliver that to you, because she understands Chinese medicine. She understands how it works. She's taught, interestingly, a lot of the people that have then gone on and said that they're an expert. And I'm like, we train them, but that's fine, because they've got their place. But if you want the real deal, if you want the truth, if you really want the integrity that goes with the message that we serve, come and see Katie, because she's the best practitioner there is. I'm honoured that she's part of this brand.
Oh, thank you.
True, it's true. I speak the truth. I speak the truth. I will not stand here and waste my Saturday night away from my children if I'm going to lie. I refuse to do it. So we do speak the truth. Not forgetting Jules. How could I forget Jules?
Don't forget Jules.
Oh, God forbid I forget Jules. I'm not forgetting Jules. Jules has clearly forgotten me, though, because she's not on this feed. Jules is dealing with her dog Nico the nutcase, who basically proceeded to have diarrhea all night. Yeah, where is Jules? Jules is dealing with her sick dog, guys. Nico has had bad diarrhea and has ruined her carpet, and Jules is in floods of tears because she's just had her carpet put down. Lovely messages, guys. Thank you so much. We've been watching this whilst we've been going. Yeah, and
It's
Jules, by the way, is absolutely amazing. But Jules is having a weekend off, unlike poor Nancy, who's having to work. Anyway, we're back tomorrow. And as usual, I have no idea what I'm talking about because I keep forgetting. And Nancy keeps telling me, she keeps putting in my diary, and I keep forgetting to look. But never mind, it'll go up on the stories, folks. We're having another 6 o'clock session tomorrow. Katie, we love you. We're so proud to have you in our group.
We love you too.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Katie. Have a lovely evening, folks. Bye.
Good evening.